Hello students, I am Pitambar Gadve. In previous videos in thermal radiation, we studied fundamental concepts of thermal radiation. Then we see different laws of black body radiation. Then we have different properties which are related to emission characteristics and incident characteristics of the surface. And after that we studied some Kirchhoff's law as well as directional nature of a radiation. That is, we study in directional nature of a radiation we studied solid angle, then intensity of radiation. Now we are in a position to determine the heat exchange, radiation heat exchange between two surfaces. So today we will discuss about how radiation heat exchange takes place between two black surfaces. Radiation heat exchange between two black surfaces. So let us consider one surface. Let us consider this is one surface. Let us consider this is one surface which is having area of dA1, and let us consider there is another surface which is of having area A2. This is surface 1 which is having dA1 surface area, this is dA2 surface area, and let us consider this temperature is maintained at a temperature T1 and this surface is at a temperature of T2. Now when radiation heat exchange takes place between these two surfaces, then the distance between these two is assumed as a L. Okay, and we know the normal radiation emitted by this surface in a normal direction. So this is normal direction and this is normal direction for second surface. This is normal direction for second surface, and angle made by normal direction to the direction of heat flow is, let us consider at surface dA1 it is beta 1, and at surface dA2 let us consider it as a beta 2. Now radiation heat exchange takes place means whatever heat is emitted by this surface in the direction of dA2 and it is absorbed by the dA2, as well as the radiation emitted by this surface dA2 in the direction of dA1 it is absorbed by the dA1. So net rate of heat transfer is nothing but the heat exchange between dA1 and dA2 surface, and here we have to calculate net radiative heat exchange between surface dA1 and dA2. And to calculate this we have to first calculate the intensity. First calculate the intensity of a radiation. Intensity of radiation I emitted by dA1 surface dA1 in the direction of dA2, that is equal to, so I is equal to, we know Lombard's cosine rule, it is In cos beta 1. So intensity of a radiation emitted by the surface dA1 in the direction of dA2 is nothing but In cos beta. Normal intensity to the cosine angle of beta 1. We know this is a Lombard's cosine rule. That is equal to, we know value of In is equal to E by pi cos beta 1. Okay, now let us put value of E, and we know E is equal to, E is nothing but emissive power. So this emissive power is nothing but sigma T1 raised to 4 upon pi into cos beta 1. Let us consider this is equation number 1. Now let us calculate the solid angle subtended by this surface. So solid angle d omega, solid angle d omega subtended by dA1, sorry, solid angle subtended by the surface dA2 at surface dA1, subtended by surface dA2 at dA1. Okay, that is equal to d omega is equal to this surface dA2 into cosine of angle beta 2 upon distance, square of a distance is L square. Okay, this is consider equation number 2. So we calculated intensity of radiation emitted by dA1 in a direction of dA2 as well as solid angle subtended by surface dA2 with respect to dA1. Equation number 1, intensity of radiation, and d omega is solid angle, that is equation number 2. Now rate at which radiation emitted by surface, radiation emitted by dA1, rate at which radiation emitted by dA1 flows in a direction of dA2 is given by. So rate at which radiation emitted by dA1 and it flows in the direction of dA2 is calculated by, let us consider dq1 to 2 is equal to I d omega into dA1. So let us put all the values. From equation 1 we have to put intensity, from equation 2 we have to put solid angle. So dq1 to 2 is equal to sigma t1 raised to 4 upon pi cos beta 1 into dA2 cos beta 2 upon L square into dA1. So let us simplify this equation. We have cos beta 1 cos beta 2 dA1 dA2. So let us simplify this. Therefore dq1 to 2 is equal to cos beta 1 into cos beta 2 upon pi into L square dA1 dA2. This is cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi divided by L square, pi into L square into this is dA2 dA1 into sigma t1 raised to 4 into sigma t1 raised to 4. Okay, so this is term, this is rate at which radiation emitted by dA1 first surface in the direction of dA2. Okay, let us consider this as a equation number 3 and let us consider this term, let's take this term in a bracket. Similarly we can write rate at which radiation emitted by dA2 flows in a direction of dA1. So rate at which radiation emitted by this surface dA2 and flows in a direction of dA1 is given by dq221 is equal to, this is also cos beta 1 into cos beta 2 upon pi L square dA1 into dA2 sigma t2 raised to 4. This is equation number 4. Only difference is here dA1 having temperature T1 and whereas dA2 has temperature T2. Okay, so these are the temperatures. So we have this difference. So by using this equation number 3 and 4, we can calculate net rate of heat transfer. So net rate of heat transfer is given by dq is equal to q122 minus q221. So let us put the values from equation 3 and 4. That is equal to cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi L square dA1 dA2 into sigma T1 raised to 4 minus cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi L square dA1 dA2 into sigma T2 raised to 4. So here we know this term is common. Cos beta 1 into cos beta 2 upon pi L square dA1 into dA2, this term is, and sigma, this term is common. Okay, so take it outside the bracket. We get dq is equal to cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi L square into dA1 dA2 bracket complete sigma into T1 raised to 4 minus T2 raised to 4. Okay, so this is net rate of heat transfer from the two black surfaces. Okay, so for finite surfaces, this is determined for the differential surfaces. Now for finite surfaces, let us consider that these surfaces are A1 and A2. So for finite surfaces A1 and A2, we have to integrate this equation. Let us consider this equation as equation 5. We have to integrate this equation. Equation 5. We have to integrate this equation so that we get net rate of heat exchange, radiative heat exchange between two finite black surfaces. Okay, so equation 5 becomes q is equal to, so integration of dq is q is equal to integration over A1 surface into integration over A2 surface is equal into cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi L square dA1 dA2 sigma T1 raised to 4 minus T2 raised to 4, and this is in a bracket. Okay, so this term integration A2 cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi L square into dA1 dA2 is called as shape factor or view factor or configuration factor. This term is called as shape factor. Okay, this is shape factor and it is denoted by F122. So let us put, and we get rate of heat transfer Q is equal to F122 sigma T1 raised to 4 minus T2 raised to 4. So this is net rate of heat transfer between two black surfaces, and where F122 is 1 upon integration A1 integration A2 cos beta 1 cos beta 2 upon pi L square dA1 into dA2. So this is called as shape factor or view factor. We will stop here, and in next lecture we will see what is mean by shape factor and its rules. Thank you.